Did you know that one of the most influential figures in religious prophecy accurately predicted several major events in human history? Today, we explore the life and foresight of Ellen G. White, a prophet whose visions captivated millions. Join me, Cyrus Mutiso, as we delve into her prophetic legacy. The earth, in its immense power, often reminds us of its restless nature. Ellen G. White spoke of a great devastation that would befall San Francisco, specifically identifying the destructive force of an earthquake. On April 18, 1906, the earth beneath San Francisco groaned and violently convulsed. The Great San Francisco earthquake was an event of catastrophic proportions, with buildings reduced to rubble and fires completing the devastation. In the intricate tapestry of human belief, modern spiritualism emerged with remarkable vigor during the 19th century, promising communication with the departed. Ellen G. White issued warnings about its trajectory and profound, often deceptive influence on society. She spoke of a rising tide of interest in practices that sought to contact spirits, foreseeing a significant and growing movement. Her concern was that such practices could lead individuals away from scriptural truths and into spiritual confusion. The mid to late 19th century witnessed an explosion of interest in spiritualism, with seances becoming fashionable and mediums gaining celebrity. This societal embrace of the paranormal aligned closely with Ellen G. White's descriptions. She cautioned against the subtle and alluring nature of spiritualism's manifestations, predicting its teachings would permeate societal thought. The growth of spiritualism spawned its own literature, organizations, and philosophy, challenging traditional religious doctrines. Ellen G. White's predictions highlighted the potential dangers she saw in this shift, urging her followers to test all spiritual phenomena against the teachings of the Bible. The enduring fascination with paranormal experiences in contemporary culture could be seen as a continuation of the trends she identified. Her ability to discern the potential trajectory of this movement is regarded by her adherents as a testament to her prophetic insight. The early 20th century was a crucible, forging a new world order through fires of unprecedented scale. Ellen G. White spoke of future conflicts that would engulf the globe, drawing many nations into their devastating embrace. Her visions were of warfare on a scale humanity had yet to witness, characterized by immense suffering and widespread destruction. The First World War, erupting in 1914, was a cataclysm that shattered empires and redrew the map of the world. The sheer scale of mobilization and the staggering loss of life seemed to fulfill her prophecies concerning global strife. Barely 2 decades later, the world was plunged into an even greater conflict, the Second World War. This war was truly global, involving nearly every continent and an even wider array of nations. The horrors of the Holocaust and the devastation of entire cities brought human capacity for destruction to a terrifying new zenith. For those who studied Ellen G. White's writings, these wars seemed to be the realization of her predictions of worldwide conflict. Her prophecies painted a broader picture of the character and magnitude of future wars. The impact of these wars reshaped the geopolitical landscape and led to the deaths of tens of millions. Ellen G. White's followers saw in these events a confirmation of her divine inspiration, a warning given in advance of humanity's darkest chapters. The early 20th century was a crucible, forging a new world order. Ellen G. White spoke of future conflicts engulfing the globe. Her visions were of immense suffering and widespread destruction. The First World War shattered empires and redrew the map. The staggering loss of life seemed to fulfill her prophecies. Barely 2 decades later, the world faced the Second World War. This war was truly global, involving nearly every continent. The Holocaust and city devastation showed human capacity for destruction. Ellen G. White's followers saw these wars as her predictions realized. Her prophecies painted a broader picture of future wars. These wars reshaped the geopolitical landscape and led to millions of deaths. Her followers saw these events as confirmation of her divine inspiration. Long before the intricacies of microbiology were widely understood, Ellen G. White issued stark warnings concerning the spread of diseases. She linked future health crises to humanity's departure from natural laws and healthful living. Her writings spoke of a time when diseases would become more prevalent and virulent. She cautioned against intemperance in diet, lack of sanitation, and lifestyles that weakened the body's natural defenses. The Spanish flu pandemic of 1918 to 1919, which claimed tens of millions of lives, appeared as a grim fulfillment of her prophetic concerns. Beyond singular pandemics, she anticipated a general increase in chronic and lifestyle-related diseases. Her emphasis on diet, exercise, fresh air, and overall health was ahead of its time. The rise of conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers in modern societies resonates with her predictions. Her advocacy for health reform was intrinsically linked to these warnings, urging a return to simpler, more natural ways of life. The 20th and 21st centuries have seen the emergence of new diseases and the resurgence of old ones. Ellen G. White's foresight into an era of increasing vulnerability to disease seems remarkably prescient. Her pronouncements on the spread of disease provide another layer to her prophetic legacy. Ellen G. White spoke extensively about a future decline in morality and a departure from foundational ethical principles. She painted a picture of a world where selfishness, lawlessness, and a disregard for sacred institutions would become increasingly prevalent. She foresaw a time when love for many would grow cold, dishonesty would become commonplace, and the pursuit of pleasure would overshadow spiritual considerations. Her writings described a growing disrespect for authority and a rise in crime and violence. Many who observe contemporary society through her lens find echoes of these predictions in modern phenomena. Ellen G. White highlighted a decline in reverence for sacred things, predicting that the Sabbath would be widely disregarded. She also spoke of a growing obsession with amusement and entertainment, leading to a neglect of serious duties. Her perspective was rooted in a specific theological framework, viewing morality through the prism of biblical commandments. She saw this moral erosion as a sign of the times, indicative of a world moving further from divine ideals. For those who accept her prophetic authority, her descriptions of increasing lawlessness and selfishness serve as an accurate portrayal of trends they perceive. Her writings on this topic act as both a warning and a call to personal integrity and faithfulness. In the mid-19th century, the Seventh-day Adventist Church was a fledgling movement. Ellen G. White, one of its co-founders, received visions and made predictions regarding the future growth and global reach of this nascent church. She spoke of a movement that would eventually encircle the globe. Her prophecies described the church's message spreading to every nation, kindred, tongue, and people. This was a bold claim for a group that faced considerable skepticism and opposition. She envisioned a future where Adventist institutions would be established worldwide. The historical record of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's expansion is remarkable. From its formal organization in 1863, the church embarked on a determined missionary enterprise. Today, the Seventh-day Adventist Church is a global denomination with a presence in over 200 countries. Its membership numbers in the tens of millions, and it operates one of the largest Protestant educational and healthcare systems in the world. This growth trajectory aligns strikingly with Ellen G. White's early predictions. Her role was not merely that of a predictor but also a guide, shaping the church's structure and missionary strategies. For members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, this phenomenal growth is seen as a direct fulfillment of prophecy. Ellen G. White emerged as a fervent advocate for health reform, presenting these principles as divinely revealed truths. Her emphasis on these reforms was remarkably prescient, anticipating many modern health discoveries. She championed a lifestyle that included a vegetarian diet, fresh air, pure water, sunlight, regular exercise, and adequate rest. She also counseled against the use of tobacco, alcohol, and stimulating drugs like caffeine. Ellen G. White predicted that adherence to these health principles would lead to better individual health and serve as a preventative measure against diseases. Her health message was an integral part of her broader prophetic ministry. The impact of these teachings within the Seventh-day Adventist community has been profound. Adventists are widely recognized for their healthier lifestyles and longer life expectancies. Many of these positive health outcomes are attributed to the health principles Ellen G. White advocated. Her specific counsels on diet and lifestyle have found strong support in modern scientific research. Her vision led to the establishment of numerous Adventist health institutions around the globe. Ellen G. White's emphasis on health reform stands as a vital component of her prophetic legacy. Her contributions have shaped the lives of millions within her faith community and influenced broader trends in health and wellness. As we draw our exploration to a close, the breadth and apparent accuracy of Ellen G. White's prophecies offer a profound subject for contemplation. From the devastation of San Francisco to the rise of spiritualism, from world wars to the spread of disease, and from the growth of a church to the wisdom of health reform, her words resonate with historical events. The significance of these prophecies lies not only in their potential fulfillment, but also in their enduring impact on shaping beliefs and guiding actions. Her life and works present a rich tapestry of spiritual insight, social commentary, and practical guidance. I encourage you, our viewers, to delve deeper into her extensive writings and consider the context and content of her messages. Whether one approaches her as a divinely inspired prophet, a keen observer of human nature, or a significant historical figure, there is much to learn from her extraordinary legacy. The patterns of history are intricate, and the future remains an unwritten chapter. As we reflect on these past predictions, one cannot help but wonder, could there be more prophecies yet to unfold, more insights waiting for their appointed time in the grand narrative of human experience?